Notice you're hitting right every time, just suggesting maybe put the ball closer to the heel. No, that's all good. I love the suggestions. Yeah, I have been missing right a lot, which is unusual for me because I do usually play the draw. But I've been working on a lot of stuff in my backswing right now because I'm coming to the end of my off season. And it's been creating a lot of right misses. I agree. So I will try that though. Let's see. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion though. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so update for everybody who joined. Still working on the hole-in-one challenge. Today, I've got the 8-iron, and this hole's 153. The difficult part about this one is that... Got a good swing, thank you. Stream laggy? Let me see if I can fix that. Let's see. It might just need a second to readjust. Not for me? Okay. I'm not sure. It might need a second to readjust. But anyway, I'm on to the 8-iron for my hole-in-one challenge here. I did not complete the 9-iron, but actually, if you were watching from day 49, or I posted on a short, let's see when I'm in frame here. So one of my swings literally unglued the shaft from the club head. It's completely off now, so I'm going to have to get that repaired before my spring break golf trip, hopefully. But that means we're pausing from the 9-iron and moving on to the 8-iron, and I got a fun hole. It lands downhill, which is the one difficult part, but it makes it so more balls run by, and should be a little bit interesting with some close attempts. If I can get it to start a little more left. I have been missing right so far. All right, here we go. There's another right miss. I am still trying to hit the fade on this hole because it seems to give me a better chance. But yeah, as you can see, it lands downhill and then really rolls off the green. So the misses are going to be a little bit longer than usual with some further away shots. But when I get it close, it should give it a scare because it's almost guaranteed to roll by the hole. All right, let's get this ball a little more left, though. A lot of right misses so far. Let's give one a good chance. Little bit of a bad swing there. Do you have a 1-iron? I don't, but I would love to try attempts with a 1-iron. That would be super fun. I might have to look into see if I can get a cheap 1-iron. All right, here we go. A little bit better, but still kind of long. The problem is the main goal has been learning how to hit a fade on this off season, because I've been playing a draw for the last 5 years now, and I tend to either hit a push fade where I start with my club face too far open, or I get the out to in swing path and then just keep the face completely neutral, and I end up with a pull, which is why my misses are a little out of control right now, but I'm going to try to stick with it for a couple more attempts and see if we can get something consistent going. Okay, there we go. So that should land in the area I'm hoping for. Little too far on that one, but it would roll by the hole if I landed it shorter. So that is the idea. Now I just got to take a little bit off of that one and try to get one a bit closer. What is your handicap? Handicap plus 1.5. Let's go. That's awesome. Plus 1.5 would be my goal handicap by the end of the season. I'm personally currently at a index of 0.5, I believe, or it's between 0.5 and 1. I got to double check, but I still haven't played a round that I can post since last October, thanks to Wisconsin weather. And funny enough, yesterday we had a 15-inch snowstorm, so looks like I won't be golfing outside anytime soon, unfortunately. Okay, well, that one didn't go in, but I finally got the idea right, where it was land it left, let it roll out, and then I just got to hope that it hits center stick, because it's going to be coming in with a little bit of speed with how downhill this green is and where this pin is, but that would be the idea. Oh, that's all good. Don't really know my handicap. Hey, as long as you're still playing, and I think there are, I gotta check what apps there are out now that can keep track. What simulator place do you go to? It's called Swing Lab in Madison, Wisconsin, where I go to college. And yeah, it's a super awesome spot. It's got three indoor bays, and you can reserve it depending on what you have, whether it's like an hourly pass or a monthly membership for up to 3 hours a day. So it's a super neat spot. Another decent one. Might be a little bit too far right. Too far right and a little bit long right now. Alright, here we go. Just double checking something on the stream, but I think we're good. Alright. There's a little bit of a double cross. Tried to fade, but ended up staying straight out on the left side. That would not be a fun spot to hit from in real life, especially to this pin. That's a guaranteed bogey at best. Right idea on that one with a little bit too much fade. Alright, so far I would say I've gotten 3 to kind of run by the hole out of 18 shots now, I think. So not the worst ratio. 1 out of every 6 shots has been giving it a chance. But let's see if we can get a little bit more consistent. Well, that was really chunky, but you can't rule it out with how downhill this green is. Little bit too short though. "12 feet 10 inches." Right idea. I've also got some wind left to right, which I thought I was going to need to get enough fade on it. But now I'm starting to regret that because a lot of the misses have been over-fading the ball a little bit too far right. So I might aim a little bit more left or try to remove that wind to get some closer attempts. Are you going to do a break 50 like Bryson does? I was thinking of something similar than that when I can get back outside. Not quite a break 50 probably, but because that's a little bit out of reach for where I'm at. But I was thinking more of I think, because Bryson does his from the red tees, I believe. So I think I'm going to do some red tee videos where I'm going to try to shoot either like 9 under on 9 holes or 18 under on 18 holes and see how many mulligans it would take to get there. And the hope would be, I actually don't even know. I can't tell you like the last time I played from the red tees just for fun. But the hope would be, I think, to use like less than 10 mulligans, I would say would be good to shoot 9 under through 9 from the reds. But not too sure, so I'll have to see how that goes. Chunky on that one again. Might get lucky with a good bounce. Not quite. Alright, that one's on another good line. Wow, a little bit too far again. I've just been a tad long on these ones that'll cross over where the hole is. Got to either add a little bit more backspin or take some speed off. Oh, that one was very thin. Big fade on that one. Worked out for how it felt, but definitely not the best strike. Jen Jacobs, how's it going? Thanks for joining the chat here. Do you ever practice swing? Yeah, so on the course, I'll always practice swing. For this challenge, though, almost never. It's very repetitive because I'm hitting the same shot over and over, and usually I don't practice swing here, but on the course, I'll always do my same rhythm before every shot. Alright, let's see how the distance is on that one. I tried to take a little bit off. Okay, still a little bit past it. Probably like 3-4 feet by when it crosses the pin. And then obviously it ends up like 20 feet away because of how downhill this green is, but I think if it hit the stick dead center it would drop. I hope. Maybe the simulator would give me some help. No problem, Jackie Golfs. Welcome back. On vacation? Let's go. Yeah, I've got... Is it your spring break right now? Alright, here we go. I think that one was better distance. Yeah, seemed like it would have been better distance, but just a little bit too far right. Added some backspin, but also added some fade spin to that one. All right. Can you hit some drivers? I will next time, but I only brought like a couple clubs today, just because of how cold it is. I didn't want them sitting in my car, so I brought them up to my room last night, and then just grabbed a couple out of my room and brought them in the car. So I unfortunately don't have my driver with me right now. Is your golf goal to become pro or YouTube? I would say, and then what irons do you play? I currently play the Titleist T200s. Those are my favorite right now. That's a tough question, because I know like real pro golf, like PGA Tour pro golf is very, very out of reach. But I would love to do a lot of amateur events. Like this year I'm signed up for the U.S. Amateur Qualifying. So I'm going to do that. And then also maybe like way in the future, like 3 years from now or 5 years from now, trying just like the Korn Ferry Q school would be the idea. But I don't think that PGA Tour level is ever obtainable. That is a different beast. Back to that right miss. Even now, being like a 0.5 index, I still feel just miles away from any level of professional golf. So I don't know. We'll see how my game progresses in the future. But for now, I'm just having fun with the YouTube aspect of golf. A little bit better. Still a tad too far right, though. Right idea. Let's see. I've got the chat up on my computer over on the side here, so I'm trying to keep up and read everything. Played Quarry Golf Course in Texas. That's awesome. For a shot like this, do you prefer to club up and hit something flighty or club down and pick up the swing speed to grab spin? Yeah, I would say this one's interesting because it's such a... the green is so sloped left to right, and where this pin is on the left side of the green, personally I would never go for it if I was actually playing this hole. Especially with... when I hit this shot, you'll see there's a bunker on the left that I think if you're in, or even if you're chipping from that left side, there's just no chance at par. So let me hit one real quick so I can get a better view of the green. Yeah, so that one's good for this challenge, but it's flirting with that bunker right there, and if you're in that bunker, I think it's over for this hole. So, and even that one, it bounces so hard off the slope and runs down. So I'm currently hitting an 8-iron to try to make sure I get it there. I would hit a 9-iron and swing harder to get more backspin. Aim a little bit further right so I don't mess with that bunker and hopefully have an uphill putt. But this hole would this hole's definitely a tricky one if I ever get to play it in real life. Well, didn't mean to do that, but I feel like that would be more of the idea if I was there in person. Except with a 9-iron, so it would land shorter and not take that slope over the 8-iron. But yeah, definitely a tough hole. Um, 10:30 in Texas. Dang, that's getting late. What sim? What sim? Yeah, sucker pin. Yep. What sim software? This is the TrackMan. I don't know which TrackMan, but it's actually up here in the ceiling. So not sure which one, but actually, so since I got this this monthly membership here, this is my first time playing on TrackMan, and the statistics are like the most ridiculous I've ever seen. And even playing the course, like everything just looks so much more realistic than the other simulators I've played. Obviously, it's still a simulator, so it, at the end of the day, isn't real golf. But for the purpose of practicing and making swing changes and seeing how that affects spin rate and club path and all that stuff, it has been super helpful for this off season. Oh gosh. Trying to take off some distance by leaving the face open now. A little bit too open. Here we go. Yeah, that's I guess the miss on this green. If you hit that slope the wrong way, I mean, that landed middle of the green and it's all the way on the rightmost edge. I'd have a nice 109-foot putt. Definitely a tough hole. The IO, yes, I think it is the IO. Let's see. I'm right-handed. Why did you switch holes? Are you still at your college? So yeah, I am still at my college. Let me get this updated real quick. There we go. I switched holes because I'm now on the 8-iron, because my 9-iron, which I also brought, is the one that the shaft and head came undone. I didn't break it out of anger, I promise. I posted on my YouTube on a short. But yeah, so now I'm picking a hole more suited towards my 8-iron, a little bit longer, and a little bit easier to get to with the 8-iron than the 9-iron. But once I get the 9-iron back in action, I'm going to return to that par 3 at PGA West Stadium course and try to get the hole-in-one there. But until then, it looks like I'm going with the 8-iron. Alright, that should be another good attempt. Let's see if we can get lucky. Okay, still a little bit long. Runs back behind the hole, which is good. The good thing about this hole is that with the slope, as long as it lands on the green left of the pin, it will cross over the flag at some point, whether it's in front of it or behind it, which the hole that I'm working on with my 9-iron has 0 slope, so you have to put it on the perfect line. But I'm a little bit nervous it's going to be coming in with too much speed and it's just going to like bounce off the pin or something like that, or like I'll get a lip out when I get a close one. So that's the one problem, but we'll see if that happens. That one's going to fade a little bit too much. Trying to take some off by adding some spin, but it's adding a little bit too much fade right now. I've struggled to adjust back to real grass after too many indoor sessions. Yeah, I definitely I know about that and agree with it. You just have to be super aware of like whether you're hitting chunks or not. Can't get, because the mats are so forgiving that like sometimes you think you hit it perfect and it actually is chunky, and then you get to the real course and everything's like a centimeter behind the ball. So you just got to be super aware of whether or not you're hitting a little bit behind it, which is one of the dangers of practicing off a mat. But when there's 2 feet of snow outside, it's the only option I got right now. All right, here we go. quite enough fade on that one. All right, 33 feet 9 inches. Here we go. Let's get another one to run by a little bit closer. These last couple that I've ran by have been pretty long. Okay. Easy to run by, I think, but I definitely chunked that by about 3 inches. So, not the ideal swing that I was looking for. All right. Not enough fade. I think it's going to be a little long again. Lands off the green as well, which doesn't help it. All right, just a little too far left on some of those. Let's get back to some close ones. Where's the cart girl? I don't know. I've been asking that same question. Not on the simulator course. Oh yeah, no problem, Jackie Golfs. Last question, play a draw. Yeah, I can play a couple draws here. It's a little bit more comfortable for me. I have been hitting a ton of fades, so it might take a second, but let me see what I can do here. Here we go. The only problem with the draw on this hole is it might go a little bit long, because obviously draws have less backspin, a little bit more distance, but we'll see how it plays if I choke down on it a little bit. Little toey off the first, which actually ended up helping it. It pretty much just went dead straight. Got to get a little readjusted to working it right to left, so let me get a couple more shots in. That one was pretty much just dead straight. All right. A little bit better. Yeah, that's just lands a little bit long, but because spin rate, I dropped about 500 RPMs of spin. So it ends up carrying about like 5 yards longer, I think. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a more spinny draw and see if we can get it to land shorter. A little bit of a pull on that one, so that one's going to be really long. Alright, didn't end up too bad. It's landing on a flatter part of the green, I think, which is why it's stopping quicker, because it is a little bit less spin. Alright, let's do one more draw, and then switch back. Little bit better, but still just a tad long with that extra carry that I'm getting out of the less backspin. But definitely more consistent on those. I guess that first one wasn't too good, but those last three were more consistent. than the fade that I've been trying to hit. All right, back to the fade. Let's see if we can get it to land a little shorter. All right, right landing spot, because that one would have rolled by the pin slow, but a little bit too much fade on it. Leaked off to the right on me, and didn't quite get the line right. But still a decent attempt. Bad caddy here? No, all good. All good. I think with the other reason I would hit a 9-iron instead of an 8-iron on this hole is so I could actually play my draw. Instead of the 8-iron kind of forces me to hit a fade here. But all good. Almost 11 p.m., so I'll see you next time. Also, have you seen the golf courses I played? Yeah, I'll take a look at it, Jackie Golfs. Thanks for stopping in, though. And I'll take a look on this on the next time I can. What if you get a piece of turf to hit off? The rubber pellets at the bottom of it could help with the chunking it, and it's easy enough to slip the pellets back in the box. Yeah, I could give that a try. That's a good idea. I might have to look into that. All right, here we go. All right, let's get back to some close attempts. That one should be good if it hits the green, but it might hit the fringe in between. Yeah, a little bit long and landed on the fringe over there. All right, that one's got a good chance. Should be a little shorter. Just behind it again. It's almost like the more it catches that slope on the left, the faster it rolls by. So maybe I do want to land it only like 2 or 3 yards left of the pin rather than all the way on the left edge of the green over there. Let's see. But definitely needs to land a little bit shorter than what I'm doing right now. That one was not great. Might get lucky. Nope, caught the bunker. Yeah, that shot in real life would be so impossible. At best, it would be a bogey, but I mean, pretty easily a double with how severe that slope is. One looks pretty good. Much better distance, just faded a little bit too much on me. I think that was the right distance though, if I could do that again and get that to the left. Because that one at least stopped pin high, 10 feet 6 inches. Not the worst there. Pretty similar to that last shot. More backspin, but also a little more swing speed, which kind of caused it to go longer. 16 feet 10 inches. Randy Bob Andy, I like it. Don't mean it. That Pebble Beach. This is actually. This is. Let me see. It's that course in Canada. Why can't I remember the name of it? It's Cabot Cliffs in Canada. Oh, Randy Bobandy. Now I see it. What's going on in your head as you sit still for a second before you swing? Yeah. So currently, I've got a mess of swing thoughts because I'm right at the end of my off season here. Hopefully, I'm saying that, but there's also 2 feet of snow on the ground, so I'm actually not too sure if I'm at the end of my off season. But I'm kind of thinking about starting that club outside of my hands when I'm trying to hit the fade, and then for the draw a little bit more inside, but still keeping that club head outside my hands. And then I'm really thinking about the path of my hands. All of my swing thoughts have to do with the backswing. And then from there, it's just rotating and letting the club release through. But mostly just a couple backswing thoughts that I've been working on and trying to get a little bit better before I get back into my golf season, I guess. That one's the forgiveness of the mat, the fact that it got there, because that was very chunky. Ended up being a decent shot, but very chunky. Thanks to the forgiveness of the mat, I got a little bit lucky with that one. Working on the exact same 2 things, yeah, yep. Yeah, it's been going on for a while, but it's a fun battle, battling the golf swing. It's so funny how quick it can change. I feel like 2 weeks ago I had it down and I was ready to go, and now all of a sudden I'm all out of sorts again. So it's a challenge, but I enjoy it. Oh gosh, I don't enjoy chunking 2 in a row. That's not as fun. Wow, that one actually almost hit the pin. That one definitely wouldn't have gone in, but would have been funny to see one hit the pin off of one of the worst swings of the night. All right, here we go. A little bit too low on the face. Caused it to fade more than I wanted it to, but right idea. So let me get the stream setup updated here real quick. A little bit of a shaky camera for a second, sorry. All right, there we go. Let me double check that looks right. Okay, yeah. So thanks everybody for liking or subscribing tonight. This has been a super awesome stream so far. I still have about 30 more minutes in my simulator bay here, so let's see if we can get some good attempts to end the night. What club are you using? Currently on the 8-iron. Just trying to hit a little bit of a choke down fade into a pin that's 153 yards. All right, here we go. That one I liked a lot more. Shorter landing, it had more spin, but it was just a little bit too far right. If I can get that one about 5 yards to the left, maybe not even that much, I think it's going to start giving it a chance. There's a little bit of a double cross. The out to in, wow, it carried the bunker. Onto the next tee box. The out to in swing path with a closed club face as well. That one is going to be a problem. All right. Great swing. Thank you, Jay Scoff. I really appreciate it. All right. Let's get a couple more good swings going. Body's starting to get a little bit fatigued now that I think, just under an hour in. But maybe that'll end up helping because most of my misses have been long, so I do need to take some distance off. Right idea if I didn't hit like 3 inches behind the ball again. A little bit lazy with the body, catching some of these chunky. Let me get the mouse cursor out of the way. All right. Right idea, too much fade. Maybe even a little bit short on that one as well, on the landing spot. Don't know if that one would have gotten down to the pin or not. Alright. Right idea though. Same swing, but just 5 yards more left. Seems to be the issue of the night so far. I'm just gonna ignore that one. I mean, that was as bad as they get. That would not be fun to play in person again, but all good. It's only a hole-in-one challenge. I don't have to hit the second shot. There we go. That one should be good. A little bit long and a little bit right again, but not a bad idea if I can get that one to land left of the pin. Same issue as these last couple. Right shot shape, right idea, but not quite what I'm looking for because it's leaking a little, I guess starting a little too far right on me. Is this your sim? This is not my sim. This is just a public facility called Swing Lab in Madison, Wisconsin, where you can pay for hourly or a membership. But yeah, it's got the TrackMan up in the ceiling, and it's a super cool setup. 10D edits, how's it going? Are you hiring mods? I actually did. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm not sure if I am yet, but I definitely am going to look into it soon. Yeah, the body is getting real lazy on me. That is 3 ugly chunks now. That's fire. We got some stuff like that out in Arizona. Yeah, that's awesome. Little bit jealous that you're out in Arizona. I mean, get to be playing out for almost the whole season, I would guess. But unfortunately, Madison, Wisconsin just got 2 feet of snow yesterday on March 15th, I think it was, or March 16th. But kind of insane that we're getting snow this late into the season. I thought courses were going to start opening up by like next week, and it seems like it's been postponed by a little bit. All right, there's a good one. Just landed a little bit short and caught that severe downslope, which usually doesn't help. Needed a bit more carry on that one. No such thing as an off season here. Yeah, that's awesome. Give me a call if you're looking for some mods. Yeah, I'll follow you after this stream. Sorry, and I'll let you know if I need any help. But thank you. I'll definitely be in touch. All right. Still got, I think, 20 more minutes of my simulator bay here, so let's get some good attempts. Right idea, but I'm just not starting it far enough left. Here we go. Getting a little bit fatigued with the swing now as well. Feels a tad lazy, but sounds good. 10 edits. Thanks for stopping in here. All right, here we go. All right, that one's got a chance. A little bit too long, but that's the right idea. Just one that crosses over in front of or behind the pin, and I just got to hope that the distance is absolutely perfect. A little bit lazy again on that one. almost nailed the pin on its way by when it was going 50 miles per hour, but couldn't get in the way there. All right, here we go. This is, unfortunately, going to be the last set of 5 on the night here. I'm going to try to end my last like 20 minutes or so with some swing videos that I can watch just to keep the swing in a good spot. It's getting a little sloppy right now. But let me try to end it with some good attempts and see if we can get a close one in these last 5 here. I don't even want to look at that one. I don't even know what happened there. That was ridiculous. Just club path 2 degrees out to in, club face 2 degrees closed. That not the best. Working in the wrong direction there with the club face. Oh, wow. 2 of the worst swings of the night in this last set of 5. I gotta lock in. I'm losing it here. Trash? Thank you. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Wide open face. Another rough one. All right, 2 more to go. Here we go. Ended strong. That one's going to be about 100 feet away. And the best part is it's on the green, so would be playing it. Yeah, 89 feet from way on the right side. Oh, another lazy swing. Gotta get one good one from this last set here. This is rough. Thinking too much? Yeah, a little bit in my head about some of my swing changes right now. But here we go. See if we can end with a good one. I think I might have taken longer over that one. I still just was caught thinking about it a bit. But I'm super fatigued. That's an hour and 10 minutes straight of just hitting the same 8-iron over and over. Pin is set for a draw swing. Yeah, it definitely is. The thing is, my draw goes a little bit long, so I'm trying to hit the fade to take some distance off. But I would agree that it is set up for a draw swing. But thanks everybody for watching. A little bit fatigued now, so I'm going to call it there. Couldn't get it done with the 8-iron today, so I will be back at it with the 8-iron tomorrow. You made the 9 finally? No, I wish I made the 9, but last session, the glue between my shaft and club head completely ripped off. So my 9-iron looks like this right now. So I guess the 9-iron is postponed until that gets fixed. But thanks for stopping in, last man standing. Yeah, and thanks everybody who watched tonight, liked the video or subscribed. I really enjoyed the stream. I'm unfortunately out of time here, but hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back at it with the 8-iron, and maybe we can finally get a club done. It's been quite a few days since the last hole-in-one. But thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow.